Good morning, students. So today we will start our 6th semester Industrial Engineering and Management course. So in Industrial Engineering and Management course, your first chapter is Plant Engineering. So the first point is selection of site of industry or plant location. So before knowing the selection of site, first we have to define what is an industry. An industry or plant is an organization which produces raw materials, goods or services using main materials, money and machinery. We all have come across the word industry, and in previous semesters we have visited few industries. So in a nutshell, an industry is either producing goods or providing services or producing raw materials for other industries. So at the time of setting up of a new industry, suitable site has to be selected. So selection of site involves two major activities. First one is to select a proper geographic region, and the second one is selection of a specific site within that region. So what are the factors which affects plant location? Considering these factors and the type of industry, the location or the site is fixed. So first one is nearness to raw material. It will reduce the cost of transporting raw material from the vendor's end to the plant. So this factor is essential for selection of site for sugar, cement, jute and textile industries, because in this case the volume of the raw material is more. So if the distance will be more, the cost of transportation will be huge. Next factor is transport facilities. Whether the volume is more or less, you have to transport both the raw material from the vendor points to the industry and the finished goods of the industry to the area where demand is there. So a lot of money is spent both in transporting the raw material and the finished goods. Speedy transport facilities ensure timely supply of raw material to the company and the finished goods to the customers. There are 5 basic modes of physical transportation: air, road, rail, water and pipeline. So to set off an industry, we have to consider the transport facilities to that locality. Otherwise, if a big industry will be set off, then immediately the industrialist has to develop the transport facilities. Next is nearness to market. It reduces cost of transportation as well as the chances of the finished products getting damaged and spoiled in the way. So, considering the demand of the market, the location will be chosen so that the highest consuming market must be near to the industry. Next is availability of labor. as we have already discussed that industry is an organization which require labor, manpower. So suitable labor force of right kind, of adequate size and at reasonable rate is important for reducing cost of production. Second point, the purpose of management is to face less boycotts, strikes or lockout and achieve lower labor cost per unit of production. Availability of labor with proper attitude towards work is an important factor which govern plant location to major extent. Next point is availability of fuel and power. For steel industries, the industry must be near to the source of fuel, coal, to cut down the fuel transportation cost. And electric power must be uninterrupted, must be continuous in proper quantity and at reasonable rate. Next is availability of water. Depending on the nature of the plant, water should be available in adequate quantity and should be of proper quality. Availability of water source is an essential parameter for selection of site to set up paper and chemical industries, because these industries require huge amount of water. Next is climatic condition. Climate greatly influences human efficiency and behavior. Moreover, certain industry require a specific climatic condition. For example, textile mills require more humidity. By proper ventilating and air conditioning, the problem of climatic condition of the region can be overcome. But control of climate by this ventilating and air conditioning needs money and increase the cost of the product. Next factor is financial and other aids. Certain states give aids as loans, feed money, machinery, built-up sheds to attract industrialists. So while choosing a site, this factor is also considered to reduce the cost of production and other problems in the beginning of setting up of a new plant. Next is land. Topography, area, the shape of the site, cost, drainage and other facilities, the probability of floods, earthquakes is to be considered, as these factors influence the selection of plant location. Next is community attitude. Community attitude towards their work and towards the prospective industries can make a huge difference in establishing the industry. Success of an industry depends on the attitude of the local people, whether they want to work or not. Next is availability of supporting industries. All industry will not make all the components and parts by itself, and it subcontracts the work to vendors. So availability of supporting industries to take subcontract is a major factor while deciding the location of a plant. Next is social infrastructures. Availability of community facilities like housing facilities, recreational facilities, educational facilities, medical facilities are to be considered. Next point is law and taxation. The policies of the state government and local bodies concerning labor laws, building codes, safety are the factors that demand attention. So with these factors, one has to select the location of a plant. One is geographical location and the second one is within that geographical region a particular place to set off the plant. So once the site is selected, next the work is to obtain plant layout. So what is plant layout? Plant layout means the disposition of the various facilities, equipment, material, manpower and services of the plant within the area of the site selected during site selection. It begins with the design of the factory building and goes up to the location and movement of a work table. All the facilities like equipments, raw materials, machinery, tools, fixtures, workers are given a proper place. So a good plant layout provides a proper place for everything and every space has a proper utility. So plant layout is a plan of an optimum arrangement of facilities including personnel, operating equipment, storage space, material handling equipment and all other supporting services, along with the design of base structure to contain all these facilities. So plant layout involves the structure of the building, the location of the machineries, the flow of the raw material and the application of all ancillary units within the plant to increase the productivity. So objective of plant layout. As we have already discussed, the main objective is the plant layout is to increase the productivity and reduce the cost of production as well as to reduce the accidents, the hazards to the operators. So material handling and transportation is minimized and efficiently controlled. Bottlenecks and point of congestion are eliminated so that the raw material and semi-finished goods move fast from one workstation to another. Workstations are designed suitably and properly. Suitable places are allocated to production centers and service centers. Movements made by the workers are minimized. Waiting time of semi-finished products is minimized. Working conditions are safer, better and improved. Increased flexibility of changes in product design for future expansion. Utilization of cubic space, length, width and height. These are improved work methods and reduced production cycle time. Plant maintenance is simpler, increased productivity and better product quality with reduced capital cost. A good layout permits materials to move through the plant at the desired speed with the lowest cost. So this plant layout is done basing on certain principles. So now we will discuss the principles of plant layout. First principle is principle of integration. A good layout is one that integrates main materials, machines and supporting services and other in order to get the optimum utilization of resources and maximum effectiveness. So this is principle of integration. So all the parameters will be used properly, effectively. Second principle is principle of minimum movement and material handling. The facilities should be arranged such that the total distances travelled by the men and material should be minimum, and as far as possible straight line movement is preferred. It is better to transport materials in bulk rather than in small amount. Next is principle of smooth and continuous flow. A good layout makes the materials to move in forward direction towards the completion stage. So it is in one direction, forward direction. Bottlenecks, congestion points and backtracking should be removed by proper line balancing techniques. Fourth principle is principle of cubic space utilization. The good layout utilizes both horizontal and vertical space. Besides using the floor space of a room, the ceiling height is also utilized. Boxes and bags containing raw materials or goods can be stacked or one above the other to maintain the store space for enhancing the capability of the room. Next is principle of safety and security and satisfaction. Working places must be ventilated and free from dust, noise, fumes, odors and other hazardous conditions. So these safety and security increase the operating efficiency of the workers and improve their morale. So in plant layout, one has to consider the safety of the workplace and the good working condition, such that the space must be properly ventilated and free from dust, fumes, odors, noise and any other hazardous condition. The sixth principle is principle of maximum flexibility. The good layout is one that can be altered without much cost and time. The machinery is arranged in such a way that the changes of the production process can be achieved at least cost and disturbance. So this is all about the plant layout and site selection for the plant setup. So with this we have an idea what is an industry, what is the objective of the industry, and while setting up of a new industry what factors one has to consider, and after selection of the site to give high productivity and safe workplace and a chance for flexibility for further enhancement, further expansion, how one can prepare a good layout and the basic principles for fixing the plant layout. So in the next class we will discuss about different types of plant